Hello everyone, today I will be aiming to get all trophies in Ghost of Tsushima's single player DLCs, including the Iki Island expansion and the added New Game Plus mode. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend you go and watch my recent video where I obtained the platinum and all trophies in the base game of Ghost of Tsushima, so then you are all caught up and ready to watch this one. Also, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Back to the trophies, the first DLC I will be tackling is the Iki Island Story Trophy Pack, which includes 7 trophies to get. After that, it will be the Iki Island Exploration Trophy Pack, which has 6 trophies. This trophy layout is very similar to Horizon Zero Dawn's Frozen Wilds DLC pack, which works in the way that story and exploration trophies are separated for some reason. Honestly, I'm not sure why they do this, and they don't just put them all into one trophy pack, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, the third and final DLC pack for this video will be the good old New Game Plus Trophy Pack, which only has 2 trophies. According to the guides on PSN profiles, on average these packs will only be about a 3 out of 10 difficulty, and in total will take about 20 hours to complete. Now with all of that out of the way, let's get into the Iki Island Story trophies first. In order to access this DLC, there is a tale on the main map, and all you have to do is go to it and it plays out a little intro, and then you go to Iki Island. The intro reveals that there are new Mongols attacking the island under the leader called the Eagle. It is also revealed that the people of Iki Island don't like the samurai, as Jin's father was the one that led the campaign to pacify the people of the island. And his father was also killed there, which is what we saw in the main game, so this DLC also covers the backstory around his father's death. So Jin puts on a disguise so people don't recognize him as the son, and he heads to Iki Island on a boat. Of course, there is a storm where the boat sinks and we are separated from our horse. I then got introduced to the new grapple and pull feature, which just adds a little bit to the puzzles, before getting a proper introduction to Iki Island. I got introduced to the map size and also discovered that the legend of the ghost has not reached Iki, so we have to build a new legend. From there I did some exploring and found my first monkey sanctuary. These will come into effect later on when I tackle the exploration trophies. I then went on to discover the captain of the boat. Unfortunately, he died, but we are able to bury him, and this is actually one of the first unwritten tales that you have to do out of 5, and this relates to a trophy as well in this story pack, but we'll get to the rest later on. For now, I tracked down my horse, who luckily managed to survive the storm, and I was able to unlock the horse charge ability, which is very fun as you can turn Mongols into bowling pins. Unfortunately, just after my arrival though, I am captured by the Eagle herself, and she forces Jin to have a drink of her tea, which causes Jin to have hallucinations about his past. Luckily, we are saved by a local rebel named Tenzo. It is revealed that the drink he was given is poisoned, and it has been given to multiple other people, but Jin is the only one who is able to hold a full conversation and not go completely insane. After that, I was able to explore some more, where I found my first cat sanctuary, which is going to be very similar to the monkey sanctuary, and I will get to that later on as well. I also found my first memory / flashback, and these actually are involved in the story trophy pack. There are 5 of these, and they pretty much just show a glimpse of Jin's past while he was on the island with his father during the campaign. I then found this guy, who involves a tale called Helping Hand, where you have to offer him supplies for him to build a new house, and there is a trophy for completing all tales of Iki, and this is one of the intriguing ones where you have to find him in multiple different spots on the island to give him supplies, but this was the first of 3. I also found the first archery challenge, but again this is related to the exploration pack, so I'll get to this later. From there, I meet back up with Tenzo, who takes me to the Raiders' secret base, where I meet Fune, the leader of the Raiders, and we are going to help her and her Raider army to fight back against the Mongols and take back the island. I then went on to complete my first of 2 mythic tales in this DLC, this one involving fighting the blind Black Hand Riku, and I got the Sarugami armor out of it. Continuing on with the main story, I took out a warship with the raiders that was supplying the Mongol forces. However, Tenzo reveals that he figured out that we are indeed Lord Sakai, but we come to an agreement with him to not say anything or else we're both dead. After this mission, I unlocked the Bokken Duel Tournament, and this involves fighting against 4 different opponents with the wooden stick in a duel type arena. All you have to do is hit them to get a point, 5 points, and you win. I didn't realize this was an exploration trophy at the time, so I did end up getting this first, but I was able to beat the final opponent on the last parry here with 1 life remaining, and I was able to get my first trophy of the Iki Island DLC, a few splinters, for completing all Bokken duels at the Hidden Cove tournament. Moving on with the story, I then challenged the Eagle's second-in-command Kun Bish at Fort Sakai in order to take it back and free the raider prisoners here. From there, I did some more exploring and found my first deer sanctuary, which is similar to the monkey and cat sanctuary, and I'll get to this later on. For now, I went on to complete my first of 7 side missions, and this one involved helping Kenji from the main game, who managed to find his way to Iki Island and was pretending to be the ghost of Iki for whatever reason. From there, in the main story, we launch an ambush attack on the Mongols in order to diminish some of their numbers. But from this, we get the reveal that Tenzo is actually Jin's father's killer. So of course, Jin confronts him, but lets his anger aside as the eagle is still too big of a threat and he must focus on that for now. So from there, Jin comes up with the plan to lead the eagle to where his father was killed so he can duel against her. During the fight, the eagle tries to use the poison against us by showing visions of our father telling us to end Tenzo, but of course Jin is too strong for that and he fights back against his father's vision. And with that, Jin is able to defeat the eagle. And with that, Jin becomes somewhat friends with Tenzo as they now respect each other, and Jin is cured of the poison affecting him. And by completing that final mission, I managed to get the trophy for building my legend on Iki Island all the way to the title Legacy Redeemer. And then there's a final little epilogue mission where you speak to Tenzo and Fune, who both now accept you, even though you are still Sakai. They respect what you have done for the island. And so I got the trophy Out of the Past for surviving the eagle's medicine and bidding farewell to a new friend. With that done, my next objective was to take out the 4th and final enemy camp, so I have liberated all of them in order to get the Butcher Redeemed trophy for liberating Iki Island by defeating the eagle and driving out all the invaders from Mongol territory. I then went on to complete the second mythic tale of the DLC. This one involved getting Jin's father's horse armor back from a crashed ship, which pretty much doubles the damage of the horse charge. And by completing that tale, I got the trophy Treasures of the Past for completing all mythic tales. I then completed my 4th memory, which once you've done all 4, you unlock a 5th and final one. And by completing that 5th and final one, I got the trophy Elegy for Kazumasa for completing all memories of your father. I then aimed to complete the final 4 unwritten tasks, and this one was for protecting a man's bees from the Mongols. The next ones was saving some peasants from drowning due to the Mongols. The 4th one was actually an archery challenge as well, but I had to equip the Tadayori armor and then complete the challenge with the armor on. And then the 5th and final one, I helped a mysterious lady take out some Mongols who were destroying the forest. And by completing that, I got the trophy Common Courtesy for completing all unwritten tales. From there, I tackled the remaining 6 side quests. This one involved helping Fune after the main story, and then the final one was for completing this helping hand side quest where I met this guy for the second time, gave him some animal hides, and then met him a third time to offer him some metal as well, and then proceeded to visit him at his newly built home. Completing that 7th and final side quest, I got the trophy Friend to All Raiders for completing all tales. With all of the story trophies done, plus 1 exploration one, it was time to finish off the rest of the exploration ones now. The first one I went for was a random miscellaneous one, and this one involved going to this certain monkey sanctuary on a little outcropping on the south of the island. I actually ended up using the inbuilt PlayStation hints to help me with this one, which showed me exactly what I had to do. The first monkey statue I came to, I had to play the flute for as it was covering its ears. Next one, I had to throw a smoke bomb in front of as it was covering its eyes. And the third and final one I had to bow to because it was covering its mouth. From there, all I had to do was complete the monkey sanctuary at the top, and I was able to get the trophy. Ooh, monkey sea. Embody the spirit of the monkey on Saruiwa. I also forgot to mention, but from beating that tournament before with the wooden sticks, you unlocked the red dye merchant, and for the next trophy you have to purchase an item from him. And then I also forgot to mention, but there are Sakai banners you can find around the island, similar to the banners you can find on the main island in the game. And once you get 6 of the banners, you can take it to this lady here, who will give you another die for your horse armor. So you do also have to complete the mythic tale where you get the horse armor. Once you've done that, you can get a new die for it and get this trophy. Blood on your hands for purchasing an item from the Crimson Dye Merchant and obtaining a die for the Sakai horse armor. Whilst exploring, I also found these shrines here, and even though they don't count towards any of the trophies, I ended up searching up how to complete them as they don't really have any indication of how to do it besides a riddle, and I'm not smart enough for that, so I searched up how to do it, and they're actually pretty cool as each one gives you a different armor or skin that relates to another PlayStation character. For example, this one I got Aloy's outfit from Horizon. Another one was one that looked like Kratos, obviously from God of War. Another one was this character who I'm not too sure what their name is, but I do know that they're from Bloodborne. And the fourth and final one was an outfit from the Shadow of the Colossus. But continuing on with actually trying to get trophies, I went and completed the 8 archery challenges in order to get the trophy Pride of Ishikawa for achieving bronze or higher. So luckily you don't have to get gold, you just have to get bronze. I then went on to finish off the 3 cat sanctuaries, 3 deer sanctuaries, and here I was doing the third and final monkey sanctuary, which unlocked me the trophy Chiyoko's Song for completing all the animal sanctuaries. And then, just like in the base game, the final thing to do was the rest of the collectibles. This, of course, involved completing all of the Shinto shrines, bamboo strikes, hot springs, and haikus. So if you want to know more about them, go watch the main game video. But yeah, you pretty much just had to complete all those, and then I got the trophy. Well-rounded warrior. Now with the Iki Island DLC expansion finally complete, both trophy packs, it was time to move on to the third and final single player one, which was for completing a New Game Plus. Now, originally when I played the game, I played it on the medium difficulty, and I was debating whether or not to play the New Game Plus on lethal or hard. I ended up not doing lethal as that sounded way too hard, pretty much dying in one hit, so I ended up going with hard though, so I knew it was going to be more difficult than my original playthrough, but then again, I still had all my weapons and moves from the first playthrough, so I knew it wouldn't be too bad. And luckily with New Game Plus, they put you straight into the action. You don't have to do any of the prologue stuff. You get straight into Act 1 for rescuing Lord Shimura. Also in New Game Plus, the first thing you are tasked with is visiting Baku the Voiceless, who is this new NPC merchant who only appears in New Game Plus, and he offers special dyes and whatnot for your armor. But the only way to purchase these is through the flowers, and these flowers you earn by completing Tales of Tsushima. Luckily, you start off with 5 straight away, and something is cheap enough to get it for 5, so I ended up just getting the trophy instantly. Grand opening. Purchase something from Baku the Voiceless in New Game Plus. And so with that, there was literally only one trophy to go now, which is just beating the game on a New Game Plus playthrough. Of course, to make this go as quick as possible, I was skipping all cutscenes and going straight for each main mission only. And honestly, hard wasn't actually that bad. I was pretty much breezing through the game until I came to the duels. Now the duels is where hard actually comes into play, as they can be very difficult as you lose health very quickly, and I raged a couple of times.
There was no other way.
What are you mine?
I wish you had fallen at
But it's a NG thing. Like, you keep losing, bro. You literally have like all the upgrades.
Taking the piss right now.
Yeah, just trash.
I'm done. I suck. I actually suck. I just sold that so
There was no other way.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, buddy. That's funny.
I wish you'd fallen in the corner.
Calm down.
Let's go! Come on! Get in the bag. Shout out to my friend there for commenting on my great rage. But yeah, the duels were kind of difficult in this game. Like, because in the base game, you obviously get access to all your ghost weapons, and it's pretty easy to cheese all the opponents. Whereas in duels, it's literally just you and your sword, so you actually got to be good at parrying and dodging, which clearly I'm not great at. I need a bit of practice. So I also died quite a few times to Colton Khan. But finally, after like half an hour of trying, I eventually beat his first phase, and the thing is, his second phase is so much easier as it's just in open combat, so you can use all your abilities to cheese him. And then of course, there was still one more duel against Lord Shimura at the end. No! No! No, damn it! So no, I clicked it 2 seconds. Until eventually I finally managed to defeat him, and this time I actually chose the different ending. Instead of sparing him, I honored his death, and it was kind of cool to see the differences. Honestly, not sure which one I would choose or which one's the canon ending, because they're both kind of got their own little unique things about them. But finally, with that done, I got the trophy A Legend for All Time for completing Jin's journey in New Game Plus. And with that, all of the single player DLC trophies have been completed. I know in the last video I said I would be going for 100%, and I still do plan on doing that. I'm just figuring out when my friends are available so I can do all of the multiplayer trophies in the PvP Legends mode and also the PvE Legends mode, which I'm pretty excited for, and it should be lots of fun. So when I do that, I'll get that video out as soon as I can, so then I can officially 100% Ghost of Tsushima. But in the meantime, I still have been grinding out some other games. For example, I have actually 100%ed Days Gone, so that will probably be the next video, and I'm also currently starting to work on Sifu's 100% as well, but hopefully, yeah, I can do Ghost of Tsushima pretty soon. So look forward to those next 3 videos coming soon, hopefully. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.